that with regards to the sufuf, how do you line up? You don't line up, Jayed, by the toes, rather you line up by the heels. Jayed, you find some people, masjid, Isa, come stand here. You find, for example, they come to the masjid and then they all put, no, one man's foot is big, one guy's small, etc., etc. Rather, you align based upon the heels. Go back. Yeah, on the line. Yeah. Based on the heels. Why? Because your heel is in line with your back. So if you get the heel, if you line up the saf based on the heel, then automatically the heel, the back, the shoulder, the chest, they will all be in line. But if you line up based upon the toes, then only the toes are in line and maybe everything else is upside down. Right? Right. So important. And then as for the other mas'ala, that you find some people that they want to, touch foot to foot, etc. in Salah. Right? And with regards to the alignment of the sufuf, the book Qawl al-Mubin fi Akhta' al-Musallin, Shaykh Abdulaziz Sadhan also has a book on this topic here. The Hanafi, Shafis, Malikis, Hanbalis, etc. All of them speak about this matter. And in fact, none of the four madhahib talk about touching the next man's foot. Some people don't want you to touch their foot. Right? Please don't touch my feet, etc. I'm not used to that. There are some narrations with regards to touching the feet. If you are going to follow that, and you follow it properly, meaning from the beginning of Salah, meaning you are standing so close, you are touching the person's foot, and you're not mixing and playing around. For example, you see some people, they're not touching the feet. But when he goes into ruku, now mashallah, he decides to touch your foot. From the beginning of Salah, he was not touching, but now he wants to touch. Sheikh Bakr Abu Zaid also has a book on this topic here. This is now you're inventing something new in Salah. You want to touch from the beginning and don't mess around. Also, the narrations we talk about touch, they also talk neck to neck. How are you going to do neck to neck? Right? They talk about knee to knee, right? Which indicates, as Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani said, it indicates that it doesn't mean actual touching, but rather it means that you are very close to one another. You find one brother, he's here, then he's standing like that, right? You move away, he comes further. So he says, no, I don't want to leave a place for shaitan, mashallah. But then what happened here? Right? Shaitan, he built like 2 palaces here, but you're worried about that small space there, etc. Right? Use the akal, right? Stand close to one another. And also, Prophet ﷺ mentioned that if you don't join the safs properly, you will find that there will be matters between the heart. And so you find some people, I'll stand on the saf on my own. I don't want to stand with anybody, right? And he, for example, Taswiyatul Sufuf, standing, next to one another, the black, the Indian, the this one, rich, poor, everybody together in one line and stuff like that, right? That it shows unity, bi'iznillahi ta'ala, right? So we covered those who come late for Salah, catching the Jama'ah. We touched upon the alignment in the Saf, and we also touched upon this matter of joining the feet or not joining, inshallah. Barakallah feek.